What is going on? Welcome back to another Wheelassassin guide. I have a double tutorial lined up for you all today, and this is for an upcoming Hollywood movie. A very, very big one. A much anticipated one. This is going to be how to build Joshua Pearce and Sonny Hayes from the Formula 1 movie. Oh my goodness me, I am so excited for this film. I've been looking forward to it since they first announced it, really, and obviously been watching the F1 this season. And it's just been hyping it up every single time there's a GP, so I am so looking forward to it. We have ourselves both of these awesome racers for the APX Grand Prix team. Basically, the premise of the film is going to be that Sonny Hayes, he's retired from the Formula 1. He had a severe crash that forced him to retire. So he went to go and work as a taxi driver. Then his friend and a Formula 1 team owner, Ruben, basically contacts Hayes and asks him to come out of retirement to mentor a rookie prodigy, which is Joshua Noah Pearce. So that is the awesome premise of the film. It is going to be so good. I'm so excited for it. It looks phenomenal from the trailer, but I thought to even more hype this film up, we got to add these guys to our Minecraft world. So let's get some materials and get building these two awesome racers. Okay then, Assassins, we are going to need 4 materials to get us started. We're going to take some black wool, some white concrete powder, some white wool, and a block of coal. Now, both of these racers have the same, racing suit, so we can build the exact same body basically, and then just swap out the heads and a couple little details on their shoulders mainly. So if we take the race suits firstly, we're going to take ourselves some black wool first and all. We will go with, let's go with 4 up the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll take ourselves 2 concrete powder and 2 again, and then a block of coal, and then we want 2 more white concrete powder. We'll stick ourselves a white wool on the right side of this one, and 2 more white wool up here on top of the white concrete powders. We'll then go diagonally down from this 1 concrete powder and add in ourselves 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 again here. Then we'll do ourselves white concrete for 1, 2, 3. Then over here, we'll take ourselves 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, white concrete powder. We'll actually, we'll do 4. So we'll add in another 2 just up here. We'll then add in ourselves white wool up here for 2. And then down the other side for 4 black wool. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfection. We'll also do 2 in the middle here, like so, just for the Velcro strap that actually has the tyre brand just on the sort of strap just there. Perfect. Alright, good stuff. Now if we go around the corner here, we can do ourselves a shoulder. We're going to take diagonally some blocks out here, so 1, 2, 3, and we'll do these up to 4 as well, just to match this black wool. So if we take the 4 here, we can also do the same the opposite side. These are exactly the same, so just do that there like so. And then next layer up, we can actually add in a layer of black wool in line with that one, just for an anchor point really. Then you can place 1 here and 1 away, and again this side. And then you can do a white concrete powder in between these black wool. Then you can take yourself 3 black wool behind these ones, and then do 1 up this side, 1 up here, 1 here, and 1 here. We'll do ourselves a white concrete powder here, and 1 here. We'll then go around to the back, and we'll finish up the back here. This one's a little bit easier, to be honest, there's not really much going on. So we'll take ourselves down the back of the sleeve here, because these guys have like a sort of black design underneath their arms. It's sort of like the sleeve underneath is black, whereas the actual sleeve on the outside is white, and obviously the race suit mostly is white for the team colours. So we'll go here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and again over here with the black wool for 4. We'll then take ourselves 5 white concrete, and then again here, the concrete powder of course. We'll go in here for 4, and 4, and then what we'll do is take ourselves 3, 3, 3. We'll do 3 of our black wool in here, and then we'll do ourselves 5 black wool across here, and then we'll do ourselves 5 white wool on top of this like so. And then we have ourselves 1 racing suit. Now we've got to duplicate this 2 blocks away. So we'll count over here, 1, 2, and do ourselves the white concrete just here in line, and then we'll start this suit over here. Let's get this done, guys. Now we've got 1 done, use this as a reference point, and then build the other one just over here exactly the same way as you've just done this one. You've got this, trust yourself, and let's get back to it. Now then, I'm hoping for this next bit I've calculated correctly, because we're now going to get the banners done for both of these busts. Obviously the race suits are pretty much identical, there's just a tiny little variation on the shoulders, but we'll get onto that in a moment. We're going to need some white dye and some black dye. We also want ourselves 10 white banners, a loom of course to build the banners, and then 2 black banners just here. We'll take this nice and slow because don't worry, I'm not the most confident with banners and looms myself, so don't worry. We'll take our loom just down anywhere you want, that's absolutely fine. We'll pretend that, you know, my inventory is nice and clean and I haven't been planning for, you know, these tutorials for like the past 2 hours. We'll just spread our banners out in our inventory, maybe stack up some of our looms so we get these out of the way. So stack your banners out in your inventory just so you have a good amount of play space. Just here, always helpful. And once you've done that, we're going to take our first banner. We're going to want ourselves a white banner just in here with some black dye, and we're going to want a black Pearce, a nice easy one to start with. I believe it's this one just here. It is, so it's kind of like half the banner is black just there. That is our first banner done, so put that away in your inventory. Forget about that one for a second. Actually, no, don't. Let's put this on the thing before we forget. So we'll go with the second white concrete powder in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just down here. And this is going to be a little indication as to the Expensify sort of sponsorship just lower down on the chest of this uniform. So there you go, just like so. Or this racing suit. There we go, right, perfect. That is done. Now we need to get ourselves the APX GP banners just in here. This is pretty simple. We just take a white banner in, our black dye in, of course. We will take ourselves one of these pale dexters, so the line down the left side. We need a middle line, of course, for our a fess. Then we'll take ourselves a pale sinister, so the other line, so that becomes a H. Then we want ourselves a chief fess just up here for an A. Now we'll go ahead and border indent these afterwards, so we give it like an outline, but for now we'll leave them be. We'll take ourselves another one of these chief fesses. We will go with ourselves one of these lines here, which is a pale sinister. We'll swap our black dye for white dye, and we want to go with one of these, you know, other way around kind of thingies again, so per fess inverted, so half the banner as white. White dye comes out for the black dye, and we take ourselves one of these middle lines, the fess, and then we need ourselves this line down the left side, the pale dexter. We have ourselves a P, and that's going to come up twice, so we don't need to worry about that one again. We're going to get ourselves an X, super simple stuff. You just take yourself 2 of these, or you can do the already made X up here. I prefer these ones. I feel like they're a little bit thicker, but I could be wrong. So a bend sinister, and then we need ourselves a bend, just there, super easy. For the G, it's a little bit more complex. We take one of these pale sinisters firstly. We switch out our white dye for black dye. Other way around. Our black dye for white dye. We go ahead and take ourselves a Pearce, so we can chop off half of that black dye for white dye. Then we can take our black dye back in the loom. We can take ourselves one of these base fesses just here. We get ourselves a pale dexter, and then we get ourselves a chief fess for the very top, for the G. Now then, we go ahead and border indent all of these. So again, take your black dye for your white dye, and border indent all of these. Sorry, border, just border. Just border. Like so. Super simple stuff. Let's go ahead and put these in our hotbar, ready to go. So we've got these here like so. We're going to put these just over the previous banner. A, P, X, G, and of course P again. A, P, X, G, and P, of course. Like so. APX GP, the team we all know and love. Awesome. Let's put these actually as well on the back of our busts as well. These kind of come up again. They're going to be lower down on the back, so they're going to be down here somewhere. So again, you can line up with these black wool on the top. You can just go with the A, P, X, G, P, A, P, X, G, and P, just like so. We're reusing our banners, very, very helpful stuff. I realise we're missing 2 banners, but we'll get them in a minute. We're not too concerned about that right now, or 3, or maybe 4. But it's fine, we're doing one thing at a time, so we don't get stressed. Right, we're going to take ourselves another sponsorship. This is going to be the Tommy Hilfiger. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's a clothing company, I know that much. But it's like a black and white version of their usual blue and red and white logo. So we're going to try and make the black and white version. Tommy Hilfiger, I think it is that. But I feel like there's probably a bit of pronunciation in there that I'm missing. Anyways, we take ourselves a white banner. We're going to take ourselves black dye in the loom. We're going to take ourselves a chief vest. Now we know it's one of these thingies, do we know? Yes, one of these ones, the sort of third of the banner. We want ourselves a base vest like so. And then we want a white gradient going over this. So one of these ones, so it kind of like makes it a little bit more hazy. No pun intended. And then we're going to take ourselves a white base gradient. And then we want ourselves the border as well for this. And this is just going to be used twice over up here on the top right of both of these busts. Which is pretty simple stuff, to be fair. It's going to be up here and over here as well. Just like so. Both of them have the same sponsors. So obviously that's very helpful for us. Good stuff. Alright, put that one away. We don't need that one again. We don't need the APX GP one. So put those away. Make sure you've got your other banners ready to go, however. The ones that we, have got in our inventory right now. Now the next thing we want to do is take ourselves another white banner. Then we're going to take ourselves the black dye in again. And we want ourselves the fest, just the middle line across the middle. Obviously. And then we want a base indented. Now I've got to remember which one this is. Is it this one? Base indented, the little teeth looking thing at the bottom. We also want ourselves the other version of that one. We want a bend sinister. My mistake. But this one's going to be in white. So you want to take your black dye out and put your white dye back in. And it will give you this design just here. So a white bend sinister after the two black sort of patterns that we've added just there. Perfect. That is going to be our EA logo that will go on the shoulders for both of these races. Brilliant. Right, then we'll take another white banner in, and we'll take some black dye in, and we want ourselves the fest just here, so middle line, super simple. Another sponsorship for the shoulders. This one is actually going to be for potentially the GCO? Is it a GCO sponsor? I think, just on the side there, or the MSC kind of logo just there, so we're trying to like represent them as best we can without obviously going on a massive scale. And the final white banner, or second to final last banner, we'll take a white banner, black dye of course. We want a pale Dexter, so we need to find that one. Okay, a pale Dexter is the left kind of half line like so. We're going to take this one, or sorry, third line. Then we'll take ourselves the black dye out for our white dye again. We're going to take a Pearce inverted. So this one is going to be half of the bottom of the banner is going to be with white. Pearce inverted like so. Banner goes back in, white dye comes out for the black dye. We're going to need a base fest. Now we all know what this one is. It's just going to be this one just here. So like a third of the banner in the black dye. We take that one back out, put it back in. We need a black fest, which is just going to be this middle line just here. And then a black pale sinister. And this is going to be this Y just here. Perfect. So now this one looks like a Y, kind of looks like the Yo Sushi logo, but we're not trying to make another sponsor here. We're going to go with a black pale sinister. So it's going to be this top kind of line like so. Sorry, a chief vest up here. Just for the number 9 there that Josh has on his shoulder. Perfect. That looks awesome. Alright, good stuff. Now then, we're going to go with another pattern. This one is going to be in the, I think it's going to be one of the black banners this time. So black banner. And then our white dye goes in. We're going to take the chief indented. We may already have that one. Nope, that's a chief vest. Chief indented. Where are you? It's these teeth again, isn't it? Yep. Chief indented. We want ourselves the white fest, which we know is the middle line. And then we want ourselves the base fest. Sorry, white base indented, like so. Then we want ourselves the black border. So black dye goes back in. Border comes out like so. And this one is going to be for the OMP sort of writing on both of the shoulders. So we need to make sure we get that one in there for sure. Let's take another white banner here. Plonk this back in our loom. Let's take our black dye back out and put our white dye back in. Oh, sorry, no. No. Black dye back in, otherwise we're not going to make anything. We need a black cross, which we know is this one. Make it like a hot cross bun. So basically what we're trying to do now is make the 7 of spades for Sonny's kind of branding, you know, on his shoulders. That's what we're trying to do here. So we've got our black cross in there on the banner. We want ourselves a white pale sinister. So if we get ourselves the materials for that, we need to find pale sinister. There it is. It's going to be the right sort of third line, like so. Take that one. We want the white pale dexter, which we know is the opposite way around. Then we want ourselves a chief fest just up here. So we're basically cutting off that line and making the middle line a bit shorter. White die comes out for the black die, and we want the lozenge here, which is the diamond in the middle. And that is the best we're going to get for a spade in Minecraft, but that's fine. It looks pretty good, and it will do the job. So now to place these on our people, of course, our racers, we are going to go ahead and make sure we mark out which one is which. So this one's going to be Sonny, this one's going to be Joshua. So obviously, because of the different branding, make sure you get that correct. So for Sonny, we're going to put the spade up here, and the other side will do the same. Spade, then we do the line just here, and then we do the EA logo that we've made down at the bottom. And again over here, the line EA logo. So it's the only top banner that changes. So for Joshua, we'll do the 9, then the line, and then the EA logo like so. And again on his other shoulder, exactly the same thing. Now that looks awesome. For the black banners that we made earlier, you want to stick these on the shoulders only on one block, and these ones are going to go in line with these banners here, like so. Oh, not there, there, and there, like so. Now they're not going to be on the back, but you're welcome to put them on the back if you want to, but I don't want to clutter the back too much. We want the front to be full of sponsorships, but we don't want the back to be absolutely caked in them. So this one, absolutely fine, but not the back. Alright, well that is that done. Now we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a few more banners to actually complete with our banners, and then we can forget the loom and get on to some more building. Okay then Assassins, for the final banners, we are going to take ourselves some white dye, black dye, blue dye. We're going to need 3 black banners just here, and a red banner as well. Now what we're going to do is start with our 3 black banners, and look at that, my inventory is nice and clean. We're going to take ourselves an O, so we're going to need our white dye for this one, of course. We will take ourselves a pale dexter, a pale sinister, a base fest, and a chief fest just like so. We're going to take ourselves a pale dexter again, and a pale sinister again, so we've got these 2 lines on the sides, and then we want ourselves one of these inverted chevrons for an M. We'll take a P, we will go with a pale sinister firstly, swap out our white dye for the black dye, and go with half of the banner from the bottom up, so the Pearce inverted. We'll take our black dye for the white dye, take a fess across the middle, a chief fess up here, and then we want ourselves a pale dexter down the left side. Let's go ahead and border indent all of these with the black dye. Sorry, just border. I always say border indent, but that's not the one. So there's the O, M, and the P ready to go. Let's just make sure these are grouped up nice and ready to go. We'll take our red banner in the loom. We'll take ourselves some white dye in the loom, and we want half of this banner to be white. So we want a per pale just here. And we're trying to make the Tommy Hilfiger sort of logo on the back. Is it Hilfiger? I'm going to learn this. You can tell I don't buy fancy stuff. Right, there we go. We're going to need the banner back in. We want the blue dye back in. And we're going to go with ourselves the base vest just here. Which kind of looks like an interesting take on some of the nation's flags. And then we're going to take ourselves a chief vest up here. And we have ourselves another sponsor. So let's go to the back of these busts. We want to take ourselves the OMP on the black wall. OMP. And then the Tommy logo we can do just here and here like so. So between the 2 lots of writing on the banners. Amazing. Now let's go ahead and actually build the heads for these characters and make sure that they actually look like the Formula 1 racers that they are. Hell yeah. I almost cost the racing team millions because I forgot a few sponsors. We're going to need to get ourselves some nether brick fences, nether brick walls, a netherite sword, an item frame, pointed dripstone, and a redstone comparator. Now then, there's a few little insider jokes with these. We're going to take ourselves 3 item frames, 2 on the blocks of coal, and one up on that right side. And again over here as well. Basically, what we're trying to insinuate is the netherite sword is ninja. The pointed dripstone, this way around, is a shark. So for shark and ninja. Up here, this is going to be the Mercedes logo. We're going to do it slightly diagonal, just like so. So it's got the 3 points for the wheel. And then over here, we'll do the same thing. It was my little insider joke to, you know, make these sponsors without having to actually build loads and loads of stuff up here. Oh, sorry, wrong way around for the sword. There we go. I'm also going to add in the IWC over here. So we'll start with a fence on top of the G, and then 2 nether brick walls to the right this way. One above the P, and then one over just an empty space like so. And that's all the sponsors. So now we can actually build the races themselves. Okay then, Assassins, we're going to start off with Sonny Hayes because he's less detailed than Joshua is, only because of one block. But let's get started. We're going to take some stripped oak wood, some oak slabs, some blue concrete for his eye colour of course, some white concrete, some oak wood, and a spruce trapdoor. First things first, the face. We're going to start by building the neck. We will go down here for 3 of our stripped oak wood, then 5 on top of that one, 3 forward in the middle, then we'll build 1, 2 here, and 2 here, 2 forward, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 nose in the middle coming forward. We'll then go ahead behind the nose and build 1, 2, 3, 1 blue concrete here and here, white concrete either side of that, 2 oak blocks, on both sides, 1 here and 1 here. Then we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a little bit of the hair. We'll do ourselves 2 of our wood slightly sort of slanted like that. If you can get them horizontally, that's perfect because then it shows the waves in his hair. So we do 2 that way, or knock off the end one just to get those that way. 1 over here and 1 over here, just like so. And then we'll do our spruce trapdoor just here. For the eyebrows that really do make these builds a little bit more animated, we'll take ourselves a slab here, and 1 slab away, just like so, just above the blue concrete like so. Perfection. We'll also take ourselves a trapdoor up here on that second oak block just up there. Let's go behind these 2 and just add in 2, and then 1 out to the left, 1 out to the right behind the trapdoor, and then we'll fill in a minute. We'll do that actually. So let's actually place 1 here and then 1 here like so. Perfect. So when you look at the front, should, if you can see, should look like this. Now around the side here, we'll take ourselves the stripped oak wood. We will go with ourselves 1, 2, 3 here and 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. An ear goes here, and then we copy this on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, an ear just here. Top of the eye, and then the block beneath it, basically, for the ear like so. It looks like Nico Hulkenberg as well. That's quite funny. But we're trying to make Brad Pitt. Let's go with 2 more oak blocks here, 2 more here, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 1, 2, 3 just here, and then out the back we'll go 1, 2, and then 1 down here. These obviously need to be the right way around, so if you want to just swap them out, please be my guest and knock out the bottom one. Around the back, add in 1, 2, 3, and then again 1, 2, 3 up, and we copy exactly the same on the other side. So pretty easy once you've got one side done. You just need to go around again. Hair comes back like this. On this back one, it's going to go up just past here, like so for those 3, and these ones come back just to there to fill in that gap. And that is literally all there is to it, to be honest. It is not the most intricate, I will say, but it does the job, and looks like Sonny Hayes from the Formula 1 movie. So good stuff. Right, now we need to go ahead and build ourselves Joshua. But if you just want to make sure you've got everything right, I'm just checking mine, make sure it is right. I'm pretty certain it is. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Epic. So for Joshua over here, we're going to need to take ourselves some stripped dark oak wood, a nether brick slab, some white and some brown concrete. Brown, of course, for his eyes. We need some nether brick stairs and nether bricks. And what we're going to do firstly is take our strips of dark oak wood, do the 3 in for the neck, do 5 in here for the rest of the neck, 3 come forward for his chin, and under his chin we'll do a little goatee, which will take our nether brick slab for just here. We'll then go up the side here for 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and out for 2, and then build in here for these lots, just like so. 1 block in the middle for the nose, of course. Go back onto this block and add in 3 blocks, going high. Take yourself the brown blocks in here for both of those, and then the white concrete on the sides as well. We want to take ourselves 2 of the strips dark oak wood above the eyes, and then 1 here and 1 here, just like so. And then for Josh's hair, we'll take ourselves some nether brick stairs here, and here, and then 3 across the top, just like so. We're then going to take ourselves nether brick slabs for his eyebrows, and we're going to do them just above both of the concrete blocks for the eyes, like so. So he's got a bit of a stern expression, whereas Sonny's kind of a bit more, I don't know, he looks relaxed in this one, but I imagine he's quite furious in the film as well. Now if we go up to the sides over here, we will then take ourselves some more of this dark oak just here for 2 blocks, and again over here for 2. And then we'll do a nether brick block just behind our stair here with a slab on top. And again over here, like so. We'll then take ourselves down here, and we'll build just 3 blocks in the collar shape just here, just so we have blocks to place and work with. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 block here. And this will have the ear on just here. And again over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then this one, the ear just here. Make sure to flip the direction of your wood according to, take that how you want, according to the way the build is falling, so that's perfect. And then we'll take ourselves the nether brick blocks, and we'll go 2 up just here, 3 here, 3 here, 2, 3, 3, and around the back here, we will take ourselves just next to our first block here. We'll do an upside down stair, 3 blocks between, 5 blocks, 5 blocks, and then when we get to this tier, we then want to take ourselves the stair again, here and here, 3 in the middle, a slab here, and this slab carries on in between these 2. Oh no, it doesn't, sorry, it goes with 2 blocks. Yeah, that's perfect. 2 blocks, slab there like so. On this top bit over here, you can then do yourself, I think this might actually be more blocks, you know, with some slabs on top. Let's go with 3 slabs like so, and then we'll bring the blocks from the back, sorry, from the front all the way to the back. Okay, my words mixed up, but we should have ourselves Joshua Noah Pearce here in Minecraft, and of course finishing up his neck, pretty important to be honest. We just do those 3 blocks in there like so. If you actually want to build 3 down here as well underneath the hair, that probably will be for the best. And now we have ourselves Joshua and Sonny from the F1 movie here in Minecraft. How cool do these guys look? That is awesome. Alright, well, that is the end of this tutorial. Well, there we have it, Assassins. That has been how to build the APX GP Formula 1 team here in Minecraft. And of course, from the Formula 1 movie. I am so looking forward to this film coming out that, you know, I had to get a tutorial done for it. So thank you for joining me for building Joshua Pearce and Sonny Hayes here in Minecraft. If you guys do watch the Formula 1 movie, be sure to let me know your opinions about it in the comments down below. Let me know your Formula 1 teams as well, and maybe I can get some busts for those teams done in the future. I already have one other Formula 1 driver here on my Minecraft world, and it is Charles Leclerc. If you guys want to check out that tutorial, then feel free, I'll link it below. But yeah, if you want to see the rest of the Ferrari team, of course Lewis Hamilton now, then let me know, and if you want to see other drivers, let me know too. But yeah, please consider subscribing today for future Minecraft tutorials. Like I said, I'm probably going to be working on more Formula 1 stuff, so definitely stay tuned for that. I already have a Red Bull car as well, so again, if you're interested, check it out. Yeah, check me out on the social medias, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon for another Formula 1 or Minecraft tutorial in general. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching.